Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you for joining me today. It is Sunday. It is super hot outside here in South Florida. Luckily, I am working indoors, so I don't have to put up with the heat right now. But I just wanted to make this quick video to give you a couple of updates as far as what's going on with the room. Okay, you've seen my room over the last easy 3 years, I would say. And in my beginning stages, I utilize a certain type of acoustic treatment that you saw, okay? And I didn't know any better, of course. I was trying to get the room treated. You might hear a little bit of echo in the room, and that's because it's completely naked with the exception of this acoustically transparent 138-inch 2:35 ratio screen, which, by the way, will probably end up being swapped out for a 120-inch. So I'm gonna go from a 138 to a 120 because what's happening actually right now is, see my limitation right here? So if I have something with 3 shelves, a rack of 3-4 shelves, I begin to enter the screen area, the viewing area. So I may just reduce the size of the screen, which will bring it to about right here. I was doing some measurements. That will give me plenty of space underneath to accommodate a lot of the equipment that you normally see. Now, I know I'm called a lab. I've called myself a lab, and I have stuff everywhere. Those of you who visit me regularly know what I'm talking about. For instance, the speakers are typically here, and the right speaker is typically here. The left speaker, excuse me, is typically here. So because I don't have enough shelves, I end up having to put an amplifier stand here with my music server, and of course run the USB cable through the back until it hits my DAC, in this case the Esoteric N01XD. And so I have to kind of separate equipment because I don't have enough shelves. So this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to reduce the size of the screen to 120 inches and buy the stand that I represent, which is Artisania Audio. So I am more than likely going to buy 9 shelves. So 3 rows or 3 columns of 3 shelves. So it'll be a total of 9. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna put it here, a lot more streamlined, a lot nicer. Yes, it's a lot of money. If you're wondering how much that stand is, it's $21,000. Yeah, $21,000 for 9 shelves. So let's think about that for a minute. It's painful, it is, but MSRP of 21 grand. Granted, of course, my cost is not $21,000, but you get the point. It's still a lot of money. The paint was not a lot of money. The carpet, which is industrial grade carpet, was not a lot of money. And the acoustic treatment was, unfortunately, a lot of money. So the acoustic treatment is running me another 10 grand more or less. So do the math, okay? How much money is being put into this room, okay? Just to bring it back from the dead, as I say it all the time. Bring it back to life, okay? Right now, the smell is pretty strong. The paint, I gave the walls probably 3 coats of paint. So it's very strong. The glue of the carpet, of course, probably smells too. So I have laid out baking soda in each corner, as you can see right now, and some Tupperware, as well as vinegar. Someone told me that if I laid this out for 24 hours, it'll make the smell go away right away. So luckily I don't have to have anyone in here anytime soon, but I can't be in the room just yet because the smell is quite strong. Okay, what's happening tomorrow is my friend Carlos is coming over and we are going to be laying a lot of work. We're gonna be actually hanging the acoustic treatments. The ceiling, this is gonna go, that you see here, okay? This is the type of treatment that I've had here for quite some time. All this is gonna go. We're gonna put diffusers, and then we're gonna put these absorbers that are from the company. As I said to you, the name of the company is Acoustics. It's from Acoustics. And then we're gonna have more diffusers. We're gonna have panels right here as well, hanging. We're gonna have, of course, my bass straps in here. So the room is going to get real good. I mean, it is going to go to levels that I never thought I would go. If you're wondering, hey, how did you come up with that design? I mentioned this to you on the last video. This is a service that Acoustic provides. You have to pay for it. You have to send specifications of your room, width, height, depth, and basically itemize everything that you've got. The size of the couch, your distance to the speakers, the distance from tweeter to tweeter, even if you can, like dimensions of your the racks and all of that, because they do a very cool diagram, 3D diagram of your room, and they're able to tell you exactly what problem areas you may have when it comes to frequency response. It's really crazy what they can do. And so they came back with what you will see in the future, giving me specifics, placement, you name it, to the T, as far as where I need to put every single product that I have to buy, which I already did. And that is going to completely transform what my room has been doing since the beginning of time. It's not cheap to do what I'm doing. As I said to you, it takes money, but I think it was long overdue. I'm quite excited. The XVXs are on some wooden platforms at the moment because of the fact that yesterday, I don't know if you got a chance to see that short video. I was trying to get in on top of the carpet and it shifted the carpet because it was not glued to the foundation of this garage. So the gentleman that was working on the carpet told me, hey, go out to Home Depot and buy 2 planks of wood and let's place the speakers on top of that wood so that it doesn't mess with the glue. And so I think right now the room should be okay to move stuff around, but for me, it doesn't make any sense to begin to bring back all my components, my preamps, my amps, my music server. It's all in the living room right now, so I'm getting it from her at the moment because it's all on the other side of that wall. It's a mess in the living room over there, but you know, it is what it is. So I need another 24 hours to finish what I'm doing here, do the panels real nice and neat. And then once that's done, I'll bring back everything one step at a time and begin to organize this mess, which is driving me nuts, I must say. But just so you have an idea, you know, all the work that I'm putting in right now. Now, I've had a lot of questions about the dimensions of the room. It's approximately 18 wide by 21 deep and about 8 feet tall, 8.5 maybe. Okay, so you have an idea of the size of this room. The speakers work wonderful here, okay? And now with this room treatment and the fact that I'm gonna have all my components, everything will be right under the screen because I'm gonna have more shelves. I think it's gonna be a much more spacious room with less clutter. I am aiming for that, okay? I am trying hard to make sure that I cut down on the amount of clutter and I don't have things everywhere. I'm trying, but you know I'm a lab. It's very hard for me to keep a very nice listening room because of what I do, okay? So maybe at some point in the future, I have a bigger room somewhere, I have a bigger home, who knows, and I'm able to keep all the components that are not being used out of the room and I just have everything nice and neat. That's my dream at some point, but because of how fast I move through gear, 9 times out of 10, that's not possible. Speaking of gear, as I mentioned earlier on my previous video, you have to subscribe now and hit that like button because I have the next chapter of amplification, my next reference power amplifier. And I call it reference because I have no doubt that it will be a reference power amplifier for me. Has arrived. It is the heaviest power amplifier that I have ever owned. No amplifier has ever weighed as much as that power amplifier that will be here in this lab. I know you are curious to know what it is, but you know I can't give that away yet. Okay, I gotta keep that suspense going. All I can tell you is you will see something special, perhaps with the matching preamplifier as well. and now in a really nice room, much better than it has ever been. And I hope that you all are looking forward to this, because you have no idea how excited I am about my journey going forward. A lot of great things are coming your way, and I can't speak too much about what those are, but I promise you, more great things are happening here and will continue to happen in my lab. Thank you for that support. Subscribe again, hit that like button. If you have any questions about my room, please comment underneath. Anything that I may not have said right now, feel free to drop me a comment. Also, tell me about your room if you can. Tell me about the size of your room. Maybe you are thinking about doing what I have done here in this garage. Tell me. I want to know if I can help you in any way, shape, or form. I'm here. I'm game. Appreciate you all. Take care.